Okay, welcome back to video maybe 5. I don't know, I've lost track. In this video, this is really sort of showing us what the user API looks like to create this server. And the main thing I don't like is this. I don't like that the user has to do this sort of to socket adders resolving and everything like that. So the way I want to fix this is, right now it's in our finalize. So the socket adder, I'm going to use my first generics, and this is actually going to be not a socket adder, but an impl of 2 socket adders. And I'm now going to move this sort of code into here. And let's change that to adder. Take that off. Change that. And we're better. Okay, or else server error, server creation. I don't like that, but it's really an okay or. No, okay or. It will be an okay. Sorry. Usually I do okay or else for these sorts of things, but could not convert the error to server error. I think I need to call this error. Let me do it the way I'm used to creating this. Why are we not able to convert the error to server error? Because it's already a server error. Okay or else. Okay or else is going to return it takes an F, where F is a FN1, so it returns an E. So we don't need to wrap that. But I thought that, let me take off this question mark to see what the type is. So the type is a result and an extern Rust call. Really? I need to put that in there. So the IO error, this is part of the issue where, like, we don't actually have. Okay, I thought this was gonna it's gonna be this refactoring of this, but I'm actually going to now. I'm gonna do this just sort of how bad sock adder. I don't like that. So that's what we have to. The issue is that this is actually sort of a way to create an enum type, so it's going to take an argument, and this is able to map the error into that. So this also should now be able to just do an okay or, and I think that'll work as well. Are we? No problems found. Cannot find this. So what this now changes into is we can pass in dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is usually how I like to do it. So you can pass in a tuple of a string and a number. You can also, I think, pass in a string and it'll try to parse it. But we're at least building here, or probably passing our test, even if we're getting errors. So let's clean up the errors that we have in here. Unused socket adder. And we don't need this anymore. Okay, so what did we do? My dog's barking because he's bored. It's been raining all day long and he wants to go for a walk. So now I've cleaned up sort of our builder function to say that the finalize is now going to have adder, which takes in a generic that is going to implement 2 socket adders. And it just so happens that this has a conversion to convert that into a socket adders. And in the finalize is now where we do some of the address resolving, so that it's all of the underlying networking code can live inside of this outside of the user code. I think a much better way to do this, and certainly now makes the user code much more usable. So pretty happy with where we landed on this, and we're kind of at the point where we can do some functional tests, sort of. Yeah, I think we're going to do some functional tests next, because our API is a little bit cleaner, I think, than it was before. And I want to sort of get a baseline of where we're at with at least being able to resolve, in this case, I guess it's slash. But like I said, do this in a functional test. So that's where we're going to go now. And thanks. Well, they always say, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button or something. I don't care if you hit subscribe or not. You can hit whatever you want.